Yo, what is going on guys, welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video here on my channel. So despite Season 8 seemingly making just a start recently for many, or in many people's opinion, that doesn't dispute the fact that Epic Games work ahead of time and obviously for this reason have things prepared going forth into the future of Fortnite and their seasons, in this case being Season 9. There's tons of hints that Epic Games have obviously implemented into the game right now and have had hidden throughout prior seasons, so we're going to be going over all those leaks, rumours and overall hints in today's video that ultimately point towards the Battle Pass and the theme of which it's going to be based around. So make sure you guys are sticking around and watching the full video because we've got a ton of information to go over in regards to how everything is shaping, all the clues, all the loose ends tying together to ultimately give us an implication for what we're going to see hinted at Season 9. Just before we make a start and stab at the Season 9 news information and hints that are in Fortnite Battle Royale right now, I'd just like to quickly say that if you guys happen to purchase anything from the item shop, then make sure you're using my code on screen right now, because not only does this support me, but it can come round all the way full circle and support you guys simultaneously, because the funds I earn from support a creator I directly refund back into the channel in giveaway form that I run every month without question. The last winner of 50,000 V-Bucks went to this guy, obviously one bundle of 10,000 V-Bucks across 5 winners, but this month we're running a 20,000 V-Buck giveaway where one person is going to be walking away on April 20th, 20,000 V-Bucks richer. Here's how you guys can be entered for a chance to win. All you need to do to enter is simply leave a like in today's video, subscribe to my YouTube channel with post notifications turned on so you never miss a future upload when I upload whatever I upload, follow my Twitter linked in the video description down below, then subscribe to the other guys allocated to subscribe to at the very top of the video description, and you will automatically be entered to win potentially 20,000 V-Bucks, which is going to be announced, like I said, on April 20th. With all that said, let's get into talking about Season 9, and the first initial point I want to make is that the cube has been hinted to return for quite some time since its disappearance during the butterfly event. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about or referring to when I say the butterfly event, well, as you guys know, Kevin the Cube, or Kevin, or Kev, spawned in on the Battle Royale realm during Season 5 around halfway through on one particular hill on the outskirts of Paradise Palms. Ever since then, he made his way towards Loot Lake in an indirect manner, stumbling and going in different directions along his way to kind of confuse us, the community, and then eventually sank into Loot Lake, eventually hoisting this island up in the middle of Loot Lake that many of you guys may or may not know existed because you may be new to Fortnite, and upon this happening, travelled around several locations around the map, 7 in particular, to charge and obviously maximise his potential of energy for what he was going to do, which was eventually explode like we've seen in the butterfly event. Ever since then, we've heard nothing literally from Epic Games themselves referring to the cube, apart from Donald Mustard saying it is the end of the beginning, implying that this was the end of something that was not even started really, and that is obviously implying itself that it's going to be making a return. Not only that, but we've seen subtle hints around the map that the cube will be returning, whether it's in the Season 7 trailer itself, where it was underneath the Christmas tree, whether it was in the Season 7 background lobby screen, or whether right now, as you can see, there is a prop to all of these live events that have occurred ever since Season 4's blast off, with the Kevin the Cube statue there, obviously going to crush Tilted Towers. From tying up all these implications and clues that Kevin the Cube will be making a return in some way, shape or form to shape the Battle Royale realm going into Season 9 or throughout Season 9, I can definitely determine from this that we will be seeing some Kevin the Cube or Dark theme skins included within the Season 9 Battle Pass. The reason for this being is because simply, well, everything is ultimately tied together in terms of the progression of Fortnite, whether the map changes reflect what type of skins or cosmetics we see included within the Season Battle Pass that is currently going on, or whether these cosmetics itself leak things or reveal things that are to come in future seasons in terms of map changes or future cosmetics. The ultimate giveaway of the inevitability of Kevin the Cube making a return to the Fortnite realm or storyline is Donald Mustard's tweet that I previously showed on screen, saying it's the end of the beginning, implying that things haven't even got started yet with Kevin the Cube in terms of his involvement, and the subtle hints portrayed throughout future seasons since then, ever since his physical explosion or combustion, imply this also. The reason Donald Mustard himself tweeting this on his official Twitter is heavy evidence that it will be returning is because of the fact he always teases and hints things that are going to be going on throughout the end of a season or the start of a new one. Epic Games are renowned for working ahead of time themselves, so this may be the biggest event or the longest event they've worked on ahead of the time that they're currently focused on in Fortnite. Some physical evidence for this, so you guys don't have to just take my statement for it or word, would be the fact that during the butterfly event many people didn't notice the subtle drip of a dragon egg into the leaky lake hole when it was actually called that instead of a loot lake with the spiral in the middle. Ever since this happened, the dragon eggs have been near or involved directly in the premise of the Fortnite storyline, whether located near the prisoner, shackled in his cell below Polar Peak, or now the main premise of the storyline itself, being hatched or being located inside the volcano. And the physical evidence we have for one hatching, well, is the tier 1 hybrid skin in the Season 8 Battle Pass, largely linking the storyline to the cosmetics going on in the current season. But however, mentioning that the Season 6 Butterfly event with the first appearance of the dragon egg subtly occurred during the end of Season 6 in the final weeks, which now leads this overall premise of the storyline that was first teased in Season 6 to be involved directly in Season 8. If this doesn't show Fortnite working ahead of their time of what we're revealed towards or no, then I don't know what will. Another main implication of what we're going to see, or what the first hint we have towards the future season than the one we're currently in, is the secret unlockable skin, like I mentioned before, being the prisoner skin that was shackled and restrained below Polar Peak in Season 7. In the case of Season 8, however, we have this mystery skin called Codename Discovery Skin that will be revealed to be called something other than the Discovery Skin, just like we saw for the Snowfall skin, being the prisoner skin, the codename for that before it was revealed. The reason these skins are the ultimate implication of what's going to be going down or shown within the next season is because they ultimately kickstart the events occurring, of which are going to be shown mainly as the main event in a live event or in the Season 8 trailer or 9 trailer itself, or whatever the future season is for that time. With these events going forth, like I mentioned at the start of the video, we always have a full link to everything going on. The events reflecting the cosmetics, or the other way around with the map changes affecting the cosmetics and ultimately what they're formed and themed around. So for this instance, the Discovery Skin that we're going to be revealed towards, firstly on April 17th, the first initial date of where it's going to be available to unlock when the Week 8 challenges go live. This skin itself will be the biggest clue of what's to come and how it is going to come to Battle Royale. Like I've also just stated, with everything linking together within Fortnite, the theme of a season and everything that's going to happen, linking everything to the next, we have a theme of X marks the spot for Season 8 predominantly, which is actually showcased directly in the Season 8 trailer. So with this being said, what's going on right now until the lead up of a live event before the Discovery Skin is revealed? Well, there's several dig sites around the map where people are searching for this X marks the spot buried treasure. As also showcased in the Season 8 trailer, 3 parties in particular are searching desperately to be the first of this discovery that ultimately is marking the X spot being the buried treasure. The treasure itself, or what's buried, could be the Discovery Skin, or upon the way for digging to this treasure, they may awaken a creature or character that ultimately is the Discovery Skin that's also been buried. We've recently seen traits of something being submerged or buried in terms of an unlockable skin being the prisoner skin that I just mentioned, which was frozen basically in an icicle prison or frozen manor below Polar Peak. There always seems to be conflict in Battle Royale's realm or storyline, however, which ultimately needs to be made sense of. Well, if we look at the conflict between the Ice King and the prisoner skin, I mean, that was the reason for him being initially frozen, the feud between the Ice King and the Fire King being the prisoner skin. From looking at this king's status and obviously revisiting Polar Peak to see who else sat at this round table of kings or elementals, we can clearly see that there's many other symbols despite just the Ice King and the Fire King. Connecting the fact that we're digging into the earth with these elemental seats not being filled or talked about anymore, with obviously Epic Games subtly hinting things in advance, could there have been a feud between 2 kings that we're not revealed towards just yet, and one of them obviously being buried in the earth by the Earth King? Or could this Discovery Skin that we're yet to ultimately discover or be revealed towards be the Earth King himself, ultimately just wanting to be submerged by the earth because he is the king of this part or elemental feature? This would actually make sense, believe it or not, because we've seen the trapping of an elemental king by one other before, like I previously mentioned just then, with the Ice King entrapping the prisoner or the Fire King so he could ultimately reign over the Battle Royale realm, creating it his Ice Kingdom. If the treasure, the prisoner skin, the Ice King and the pirates are ultimately searching for happens to be this Discovery Skin or something to do with it upon the way to uncovering this buried treasure itself, or belongs to the Discovery Skin, it would definitely make an interesting kind of storyline prospect for a feud even opening up to more rivals, obviously, because now we we have the Pirates, the Ice King, and the Prisoner Skin guys all rivaling against each other. So another protagonist involved in this would make it a 4-way battle or feud. The reason I believe this will most particularly happen, or will be most likely to happen, is because of the fact, well, the storyline map changes ultimately from season to season are hard to make sense of. Literally, like with the Season 5 Worlds Collide theme, that was honestly one of the most weird or like sporadic map changes, with the rocket launch opening interdimensional portals, but ever since then we've seen a float the island or collide with it this iceberg in Season 7, which ultimately made sense because, I mean, we're around the snow or winter season in real life. So yeah, it's definitely hard, or a slight on Epic Games' behalf, to make sense of these map changes and not make them completely random. So because of this, with more feuds and more rivalry in this 4-way circuit that may be a thing with this, you know, reveal of the Discovery Skin or find of him, we could definitely be seeing more destruction of each other in this rivalry kind of, you know, feud or 4-way system, and because of that, more natural disasters upon this battle between the 4 could occur and change the Battle Royale map for something that we're expecting to see in Season 9. Upon this happening, obviously because everything links that I keep mentioning, like literally all the way throughout this video, this will reflect in the Battle Pass cosmetics that we're yet to see in Season 9's Battle Pass. With all that said, that's all I've got to go over with you guys in today's video, so thank you all for watching. Make sure if you enjoyed that you're leaving a like in the video down below if you want to keep referring back to it also, because I know today's video was a lot to take in, and also make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you're new with the post notification bell on, so you never miss a future video like this as soon as I upload it when I upload it. Thank you also for the most recent support on the channel, it's been absolutely tremendous, and with that said, hopefully you guys can have an amazing rest of your day or night. I'm out, and peace.